And what's your favorite childhood culinary memory?
Oh gosh, you should ask that question to Bruce. I didn't know anything about food until I came here. Nothing. I mean,
Well.
really, like, even in my 20s, like, I remember typing up the handbook with you. It was like all the definitions of these like tropical fruits, and I was like, yucca, malanga. I was like, literally, this is another language. Like, it actually is another language. And like, I mean, what am I doing? I have no business doing this. I was the plainest eater as a child. Like, no condiments, no salt and pepper, no butter on my bread. So I really have no culinary memories. Bruce like gave me food.
Well, Bruce, what about you?
Smelling, I think it smells more than my memory. Every time I go and I smell something like hits me, something comes back, like smell market, you know, the smell walking the market, and believe it or not, the smell of the trash, the smell of the frying bacon, the smell of the anything that has to with food, like in being in the market, it just makes me my head just go crazy.
So you went to the market with your mom, or?
I was sent mostly.
You were sent,
yeah, because I was the oldest one, so I was sent to buy. My dad would come every weekend from work, whatever he worked, and he would bring money, and you go buy steak, go buy bread, go buy whatever, and so I would go to the market and smell that whether it's somebody's house frying fat for pork rinds or making tamales, and we'll go buy tamales. Just like smells of things more than anything bring me memories. Not necessarily the taste, also the taste, but the memories is more so intensive in my mind.
And those trips as a child to the market, you probably started to learn how to choose the best this or the best that, and they gave you tips on, no, not this one, but this one.
Believe it or not, I tell this to my wife, when you learn to taste with your mind and your thinking, you go into something else. Because when I'm cooking and I see things, sometimes I can taste with my mind. I don't know if it makes sense or not. You know how it's supposed to taste like, or you're hoping to taste like certain level. And then when you eat it, it's not like that, like, oh, disappointing. And that's when the restaurants, you go in a lot of fancy restaurants, really nice locally, and you eat it sometimes, but I think there's potential to a lot of the restaurants. It's just they need to be, somebody has to understand, right?
Well, what was your favorite holiday meal, Anne? Did you have those memories?
We ate all sorts of holiday meals. Yeah, probably. I mean, I feel like Thanksgiving is one that we would go to my grandma's house every year, and she made just an absurd amount of food. My sister, Bruce's wife, would always stuff the turkey. She always would like get her face in there and like go to town on that. I always liked the mashed potato, all the starches. I liked all those things, right? But just like the whole the tradition, the celebration of it, the rhythm of it, it was really special.
What about you, Bruce?
I think once again, I think for me it's more like memories. It's not about tasting. I don't have good memories about people. How you feel sometimes like you feel like you're weird, like the kid like you're in the middle and you're like in the air watching everything, but you're just watching and you know that something's wrong there. Like for example, they make like this traditional Day of the Dead festivities, or when they do like baptism, they make tamales, and the tamales they're not right. They're burnt because they bury under the ground, and like, this is not good, but it smells great. Right? So that's kind of like things. And then so when I start cooking and I learn about how to do it better, so I knew I was right. It's a difference than smelling and eating it. I don't have a whole lot of good memories about eating things because some are not that good compared to when I know today.
Interesting. Right. Well, when you were little and growing up, who did most of the cooking?
My mom and my sisters. And my mom was okay cook. I think she did great. But honestly, my aunt, I always sneak out and went to like lunchtime with my aunt next door because I knew she can make the best tortillas, the best salsa, and the best just simple bowl of beans. I don't know what they did with it, but it was great.
Some people just have the touch. Are there any like culinary traditions that you still follow as an adult here in the States? Now that you're here, do you do anything that you did back in the Yucatan?
I'm not trying to follow them. I'm trying to understand how to present it to the public. It's difficult. You know, some dishes they're very traditional, but for the Americans or the other cultures, it's like, like for example, you eat something that's it's sandy. It's like, this is very traditional, yeah, but they're not gonna like this. So how can I incorporate that and people to like, try to play little games and
I think
figure out.
salbute is certainly in
Yeah, but relleno negro or corn salsa. Like when I say corn salsa, it's like basically like making masa dough into a sauce. It's not very sexy. It's like eating glue,
It's like a gravy.
gravy.
Uh-huh.
But if you put a little cream in it and a little butter, it might change. So things like that, I need to incorporate and play with that. And then try not to lose the flavor. That's the key.
You have to walk a fine line, don't you?
Well, the thing with the lima beans, like that's like a very traditional way of preparing
But
them.
still, it's not. The lima beans is made with white, gray northern beans, and here we make it with four hook lima beans with the large ones. Things like that, you know.